In studio with me, a legend in the wrestling industry, TNA's Kevin Nash. Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, how you doing, man?
Tomorrow night, the joint inside of the Hard Rock, it's going to be TNA Impact.
It's our first live Impact taping.
And it's in HD on Spike TV.
Outside the Impact Zone, yeah, in lovely Las Vegas.
Now, I've been watching the past few months. I've really been catching on the TNA. It's been around about 6 years now.
Ross, how long has it been around?
About 6 years?
Yeah.
And it started up in Nashville and then moved to Orlando. Right. And I'm really impressed by the product. I love it. Now that you guys, the legends, have come in, it's so much better.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a good. And lately there's been a feud. What's going on with the legends and the new guys?
I think the proverbial line has been drawn in the sand. So we're not ready to give up our spots yet. They think it's their time, and we disagree. So
that kind of ties into the main event tomorrow night.
The youngsters versus the old guys.
But you're with. Look who the champion is, Sting.
I know.
So this is a big deal.
I think he's the only guy in the company older than me. A couple of months.
Let's go back to the history with you and Samoa Joe. How do you two were just friends a couple weeks ago, and then all of a sudden you smash him upside the head with a baseball bat?
Actually, though, when we had I think it was called Turning Point, was a pay-per-view. It was like almost a year ago, and Scott Hall was supposed to be our partner, and he no-showed. And then he said some derogatory things about my buddy, so I've harbored ill.
How's he been?
Scott, he's crazy.
That's the one thing. As soon as I said Kevin Nash is coming in studio, people called up and said, ask him about Scott Hall. What's he doing? Where's he been?
He had a nice little run last week on YouTube. I guess there was an Iron Sheik roast that he showed up a little hammered to.
Oh, great.
Yeah, made a spectacle of himself. And then he did like on Abner has I guess like a wrestling web thing that he does, and Scott came on and gave a sarcastic apology that only Scott could do.
Oh, I have to go on probably on YouTube by now. I have to go check this out.
So find it. You look at just punch in Scott Hall and find Iron. There's 1, 2, and 3. It's the Iron Sheik's roast. Then you have to watch Sheik is in like a memorabilia place, and like he cuts a promo back at Scott Hall, and he's like, I'll break your back, I'll humble you,
make it humble.
Yeah, I'll make you humble. And then in the middle of it, he goes, you heard me, Kevin Nash. And the guy goes behind and goes, no, not Nash, Hall. And he goes, oh yes. Kevin Nash is my friend. You, Scott Hall, you are not good. I'm like, oh, jeez, I'm watching this. My wife's like down the hallway. I'm back in the office. She goes, what are you watching? I said, oh, Sheik going off on Scott.
He is one of my absolute favorites, the Sheik.
Oh,
absolute
Sheik.
best.
I don't see, how does he not have a reality show?
He needs to, absolutely.
Just the world of Sheik.
Now, speaking of reality shows, have you seen this celebrity wrestling thing that Hogan's doing?
I have not. Not. Is it brutal?
Well, let's say there's a couple good moments, and they do chop up all the parts that would be.
To me, it's just like even to go to the CMT. Is that the name of that channel?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just not I'm not a country guy at all. Just.
And then they have Bonaducci's on there, Rodman. Yeah, it's something else. It's a little bit different, definitely.
Yeah, it's like the surreal life in a ring.
But props to Hogan. Make some money.
I guess he needs it to pay off that wench wife is.
So what are you thinking about the industry right now? Now that TNA has actually created the competition for the big, WWE. Right. What's going on now? What are the boys saying backstage? Because I know WWE was in here last week, and they could not be happier that you guys are, actually creating some competition.
It's great for the boys. I mean, the boys are the boys. I mean, we want.
They probably don't want me saying that, but that's what they were saying.
But it is though for us, for the guys' sake. I mean, if you don't have anybody to negotiate against, when your contract comes up, if you have one deal on the table, it's going to cost you money. If there's a viable a second entity that you can go to, it's just better for the guys. So from that, I know that it's always good. And competition makes. I mean, if there's no competition, then. Vince isn't as keen. Vince doesn't stay as sharp, so their product drops. So, we're not on them yet, but we've we're definitely fired a couple of shots across the bow on them, so they know we're
Hey, you know what? I've been buying every pay-per-view. I've been watching every Thursday night on Spike.
I appreciate it, man.
You know, to see Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Mick Foley now.
Right.
This is a big deal. Now, is he sticking around?
Yeah. I mean, I know he's signed for a year.
It's exciting. I cannot wait.
Yeah, and it's a good combination. You know, it's a good combination. The storyline that's unfolding right now is got legs. It's going to be it's something that's organic that'll grow. So, you know, I'm very excited. Like when I was making a decision, I thought about going back to WWE for my last run. I thought, you know, my friends are here. I've been here. I'm comfortable here. This is cool. I like TNA.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it. We'll check it out tomorrow night.
Thanks,
you and
man.
Sting versus AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. At the Joint in HD on Spike TV. I think is it sold out? Have you heard anything? It's pretty close to sold out. So if you want to go to Ticketmaster, buy the last couple seats.
Yeah, better hurry up. We'll go to the strip joints tonight and give them to the girls. So
nice. Thank you, Kevin Nash. It's been a pleasure. All right, Weezer, Say It Ain't So. It's on X1075.